Hello, this is Gabriel doing a video response to Destiny the Good Follower, done by the YouTube channel Bernard Poolman. So first off, on the title, The Good Follower. Very important to understand that at Destiny we ban followers from the perspective that someone who follows doesn't take self-responsibility, and we are not interested in someone who doesn't take self-responsibility, because that is someone who fears making mistakes and wants the other one they follow to take responsibility, which is not acceptable, because then there is no self-realization or self-responsibility, and no equality possible either. It's simply enslavement. So there is no following allowed at Destiny. We ban followers. So then you say create an infinite YouTube archive of pseudo-religious rants. The videos done by Destiny have a very simple bottom line message, which is self-honesty, self-responsibility, self-forgiveness for what one has allowed oneself to be and become, and oneness and equality, doing what's best for all. Those are common sense principles that have nothing to do with any religion whatsoever. That has to do with practical, physical living and existing, and there is no requirement or need for any religious dimension within any of the message of Destiny. It's simply pure common sense, it's simply pure practical living, it's simply pure optimization of the actual human being, of the physical self, to become a more effective participant in physical reality. How is that pseudo-religious? You have done no research. Also, you mentioned the point of that Destiny is being, or the members of Destiny are being instructed to protest society by shaving their heads. So this is again from the starting point of the following thing, because you used the word instruct deliberately. So again, you completely miss the point of why people shave their heads. Obviously you haven't done it, because otherwise you wouldn't make such a ridiculous statement. People who shave their heads in the group of Destiny do it as an act of self-responsibility and self-will, because they want to stand up. They want to stand up to their own limitation and prove to themselves that they are able to stand beyond what they have existed as, and also to stand in the face of judgment from the system. And by shaving your head is a very cool way of testing that. If you cannot do that, that shows how much enslaved you really are. So shaving one's head, if it is a self-willed action based on understanding, it can be a liberating action and a proof of self-standing, through which you can really build character. So all those who are criticizing the fact that we shave our heads are really cowards from that perspective, because they will not they are unwilling to look at what it actually takes, what guts it actually takes for someone to shave their heads. And again, you obviously haven't done it. So it has, obviously we use it as a point of being visible as a group, and it is very effective, as you prove through your video But for it, it is most of all a self-honesty point of a person making a decision for themselves to change, in essence. And when people see, you know, in this world there is so much talk of change, but when people actually take it on, take the responsibility to act, act in ways that prove that are actually change, that actually show change, such as shaving your head, starting to live completely differently, then it is completely feared by the system, because suddenly someone is living their words as real and not merely talking knowledge about what should be done. And now all of a sudden someone is actually changing, actually standing up. So it is really symptomatic of a slave mentality to then start to criticize and attack that. Then you say, isolate them from society. So as again, in the context of Destiny followers, blah blah blah, as an instruction that Destiny is isolating their members from society. I am completely participating in society. I have a job, I am studying law at university. You are making no sense whatsoever, and have no idea what you're talking about. There is many people, most of us are simply participating, have normal lives in the system, and we quite enjoy ourselves. So stop spreading rumors that are completely made up, and just so you can score a point, basically, because if you would actually have done the research, you wouldn't make such ridiculous statements, because even a Destiny hater is able to have a minimum level of perceptiveness to be able to see such kind of points, but you apparently didn't. Then you say Destiny's psychotic leader hates Jews and venerates Hitler. You'll use the term psychotic very loosely, because again, Bernard is someone, and first of all, there is no leader in Destiny. Again, you're assuming there is following existing in Destiny, but there is none. So to call Bernard a leader is completely missing the point of what he's actually saying, because as he said himself, there is only one thing that pisses him off, and that is people that follow him. So he's in no way interested whatsoever in people following him. So to call him a leader is again completely is projecting your own desires for leadership and power onto Bernard. If you would actually meet Bernard and speak to Bernard, you'd see there is no such point existing within him whatsoever. He lives completely as an equal among humans, animals, plants. Everything he touches is equal. So the concept of leadership has no is completely cannot be applied simply in this context. The only leadership that is valid is self-leadership, which is what Destiny encouraged, is what Bernard encouraged. Is self-leadership, is be your own leader, take responsibility for your own life. Basically stand up.